Welcome back, everyone. Recently, Ken got the chance to travel to Hallmark headquarters in Kansas City, where he saw the behind the scenes of how Hallmark cards are made. And today, he's sharing his experience with a beautiful DIY card box. Ken, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, first of all, the trip back to Kansas City. Marie and I went back this year.
That's
I went
right.
last year, and I met Jeff Greenlee for the first time. You know, he has the beautiful, iconic Christmas cards that actually inspired the Christmas and Evergreen movie. So this year, I went back, and I actually got to meet with Nella Williams and Robert Hurlburt, two other keepsake ornament artists, and they've all been working on the new movie, Christmas and Evergreen, Letters to Santa.
We just talked to Jill about it.
And it's incredible how this all comes about. I mean, it's such an incredible process. We have video of you there this year.
It was great. I just got goose pimples.
Let's take a look.
Jeff, this is where I remember the iconic view of the town.
Right.
Did you have to change that at all for the second movie?
They really like this image. They have a nice skating scene with a bridge. So I took a photograph of the bridge that they had, redrew it, and that's their new bridge in the existing scene.
I hear a rumor that there may be a little bit of you in the actual movie.
It's true. I'm what they refer to out on set as the Easter egg in the movie. So you have to go on the hunt to find me.
I love how Mr. Christmas is an Easter egg.
I know.
Did I hear that the truck sort of became its own celebrity?
Yeah, some of the actors have been referring to it as kind of its own character in the movie. It's become quite an icon for the Evergreen movies.
So now, how did you go about creating that ornament?
Well, we're doing it now digitally, but whenever I'm working on it, I'm trying to kind of think of how I would like it to look detail-wise, as if I was doing it by hand. It's very difficult to look inside this little truck and see all of the detail, but if you did, I would want to, the owners of it would look at it with their magnifying glass and say, yeah.
I'm that person. So I have to tell you, like, my first keepsake ornaments were the little Victorian houses. This must have been late 70s, early 80s. I still have them. I bring them out every Christmas. And this, to me, harkens back to that.
This is pretty much pulled directly from the movie.
Looking at it, you've got, like, all this amazing detail, the trees, the doors, the windows. My favorite, when you look inside, it's, like, fully set up in here.
I was given set photos and even dailies while they were making it so I could match as closely as possible.
Hold on, is that the snow globe?
It's a snow globe. There was no way we could shrink this down to, a millimeter and keep all the detail.
I don't know, it looks pretty similar to me. Don't tell me that's not the magic snow globe.
Oh, it is.
Thank you. It's amazing to have the three of you working together, to know that that is bringing happiness across this country. How does that feel?
It's like nice to be able to say, yeah, something that I participated in is in that movie.
I do have relatives who think I'm famous.
I hate to tell you, but you are.
Aww.
Amazing.
Those guys they're so talented and they're so nice.
I know.
And you can see just like the joy in what they do comes out in all of this amazing product.
I cannot wait to see Christmas and Evergreen Letters to Santa. I was telling Jill about it. I'm so excited about it. But just by watching that, it's so much more than Jeff's cards. All of his products, those ornaments, all of the things
really
that he
is.
really sort of evoke that evergreen, warm, wintry feeling in our homes.
Right, and I love it. Like now, you can, actually Letters to Santa. You can get the letter box, the magic key, which is actually how Santa gets into everyone's house. It works on everyone's door.
It's heavy.
It's legit.
Yeah.
And then I love this new toile, the Christmas tree skirt, and that's all Jeff's artwork, but done in the single color, which I think is gorgeous.
Wow.
And of course, you know how my love affair with the truck.
We all love
You're
that
not
truck.
the only one. You're not the only one, Ken.
That truck.
I want it so bad.
No, but that's fantastic.
So I was so inspired by his cards. I'm like, I got into that moment. Okay, I'm going to take those cards and let's find a way to make our own little keepsake box using Jeff's artwork.
Okay, let's
get right into that.
So the little boxes I made are right here. They use the different cards for them, and it's very, very simple to do. What you're going to do is start with your standard craft box. These are like a few dollars. To get that special finish, what you want to do, there's a couple of tips here. You want to do a brush-on primer.
And why brush on, not spray on?
This the wood is so thirsty and it's such big grain. I'll show you here. If you use a spray-on, I'm not sure if you can see the difference. The spray-on just sucks right into the wood.
I do see the difference.
Oh,
And you'll never get a smooth finish. You'll never get it. So you want a brush on. Let that dry. Once
And by the way, it almost is a difference in color because it keeps going
right,
in.
exactly. You'll
That's a
never
good
fill
tip.
it. Once you have the brush on and it's sealed, then you go ahead and spray paint it. And spray paint it as many times as you want, probably like 4 coats of light coats, and you're going to end up with this nice glossy finish just from doing that. Then what you're going to do is take your card, and depending upon the card, you have to figure out your orientation. This one.
One of Jeff's beautiful cards.
Yeah,
Look
these
at that, look at that
cards
gorge.
are-
With,
I
you know
mean,
how I feel about
glitter.
the truck. And what you're going to do is hit the top of your box with a little spray glue.
Okay.
And then you're just going to position the card.
The part
where
of the
you
card
want
that you want to remain on the
exactly.
on the
Some of them
box.
I did the front and I slit the card.
Yes, sure.
Get that on there, and then.
And here's the trick that I love that you do to make sure that you get the perfect cut, the perfect trim all the way around.
Turn it upside down
it.
and then just run your blade
There we go.
along the box. Because if you try to cut it ahead of time,
It'll never be
never
just
gonna be
right.
it'll never be just right. And you really want that super, super flush.
And when you do it like
that.
that, I mean, you just did it in real time
Beautiful.
right here.
Can
Right.
we use any card? Do any of Jeff's cards work?
They all have glitter right now, which I think is great. The key, though, to working with the glitter, hit the card first with some clear polyurethane to keep the glitter in place. And some of his cards, like this one, have these wonderful embellishments, which are beautiful, but they're not going to flatten down to be able to get this sort of look. So if you're going to do a card like that, use a smaller box so the embellishment won't. And then when you're done, all you're going to do is get some shellac, because that's going to give you that nice clear, and then just coat straight on top of it.
And that helps the
And
glitter stay in place,
that helps the glitter
things
play.
like that.
And do it over the entire
the
box.
entire box,
And
okay,
that's
great.
what gives these boxes that really like sort of enamel. And this is like a $4 box, and and you've
And
preserved
look
your
how
card.
beautiful that looks. I mean, you've got a
See, there you
beautiful
go.
card like that. It needs to be displayed in such a great way.
And it looks as if Jeff actually drew on the box.
It does. It
Well,
really
you know,
does.
I have such a relation with Jeff.
Then
Could you
you
paint a couple boxes for me, Jeff? I'd love that.
And he did.
Ken, beautiful
beautiful.
job.
Good job, Ken.
Good job.
Fabulous
Everyone
and frugal
watch
once
Christmas
again.
in Evergreen. Letters to Santa this weekend to see the movie inspired by Jeff's beautiful artwork. Also, of course, you can check out your local Hallmark Gold Crown store to bring the magic of Evergreen into your own home as well.